like we always do at this time, let the games begin. They said them boys out there slaying things out there in Cali. People already done got touched and laid down. I guess on retaliation for Big U son. Shit crazy. Now, now, I could get into graphics. Y'all know I am. I'm trying to break it down and get into it real fast. We're going to break it down about this young lady on the screen. You know what I'm saying? Because she just did some super Dave stunt dummy shit. Because me, I would not have went down for them guys. I'm sorry. I just wouldn't have. I couldn't have seen myself going down for those type of guys. I wouldn't have. No, no, no. It wasn't worth her young, beautiful life. But then when you think about it, I think that some type of way some should happen because this girl is like a mental health patient. It's impossible that one person could be this stupid. But most pretty light skinned girls like this with good hair, they dumb as a bag of rocks half of them. I swear to God, I never met, and I don't give a fuck who get offended. I never met too many intelligent, pretty, real light skinned girls like that with pretty hair like that. They always be kind of slightly fucked up upstairs. Now, some of the shit that she was saying, I don't know if y'all caught the story right, what happened and how she got involved. This girl literally got involved because of the simple fact that she was fucking one of the dudes who Julio Fulio was clowning, right? She was fucking one of the guys that Julio Fulio was clowning, one of his homeboys that died. So they used her to get the Airbnbs and shit like that so they can get down to where he was at because they was tracking him online. They had her tracking him online knowing that he didn't know nothing about her, just seeing that she's a pretty light-skinned girl. So, of course, he invited her to the party. That's who got the information to the party. But what's strange is if I'm dumb as I'm dense, man. Like y'all know sometimes I don't even be catching on to what be going on. Should I be saying these be in the comments like no Kosh, you're wrong, this, that. I catch on then, you feel me? But listen, if I could sit here and say, damn, Young and Ace paid all these people to do this to Julio. That's why he made that song. He was like, get him, go, and all that. Because he got her boyfriend who was who we're gonna break it on down. We're gonna break it down sweeter than anyone else. Um let me see which one was that I'm talking about. I don't know who that is. Okay. Royale D. Smith. Royale D. Smith. What was it? Royale D. Smith Jr. Royale D. Smith Jr., which happened to be Smoking 23. Remember that in the song. I'm not being funny, no disrespect to nobody, but I'm just enlightening y'all what sparked flames to make them get mad at him and want to do something to hurt him. This boy was tragically killed one night in the car with three other gentlemen. Two of them passed away with him, and one of the guys survived. Only one of the guys survived this shooting, and we now know him as Young and Ace. Young and Ace was the only one in the car survived. Now that girl who I just showed you, right? Pretty light skin. The pretty light skin one. The little pretty light skin girl. The little pretty light skin girl, right? Her boyfriend was friends with 23, who I just showed. And you can look at it, it was a tragic, tragic fucking turn of events. Right? He was some kin to him. Or that was his friend. He got one of his friends to go pick her up from Jacksonville, which was the light-skinned little pretty boy looking nigga. Picked her up, brought her all the way back down to Tampa, because she the one who got the invite to the party. So they went and got her. After they told her she was trolling him, where you at now? And she was on his page following him, telling them exactly where Julio was at. Right? They pulls up, they do what they do, they kill this guy, and now she's involved. It was another young man in the car. I don't know if his people trying to get back, but you never fucking know. Like, niggas is mad. You know what I mean? Niggas is mad. And Jacoby Grover, he was in the car. He was shot. Trayvon Bullitt, which we know who that was. Trayvon Bullitt happened to be who brother? No other than Young and Ace. His brother could not shield him. It had, hold up, where my glasses at? Hold up 1 second, cause we ain't gonna look stupid tonight. It had been a week of celebration. He's graduated from high school just days before, and his older brother rap career was taking off under a Monketeer Young and Ace. That evening, attending his friend's birthday party, the brothers and two others drove back from the event still in high spirits. They were on Town Center Parkway in Jacksonville, Florida, when another car passed by and an occupant opened fire. Although his brother tried to shield him, taking the impact of 8 bullets, Trayvon Rashad Bullitt, 18, was shot and killed by midnight bullets. Brother was the only person in the vehicle survived. And for God Christ's sakes, that brother just happened to be Young and Ace. Now we're gonna get into it, and I'm gonna let them say what they're saying, and then I'm gonna show you why the other 2 guys, they got involved. So now we know why Young and Ace was involved, and Young and Ace is the only one so far haven't been arrested. But trust me, the way it's looking, they coming at you too. You gotta be a suspect, because everybody who was involved played a part. I don't know where the little heavyset guy, I don't know if his family played a part, or they said, nah, they're not gonna really get involved. Maybe they did. Maybe they was a level-headed family. But listen to this here, and I'm gonna get into telling you where the other 2 brothers, where they fit in at.
Also known as Julio was murdered in Tampa last month while celebrating his birthday.
News for Jax reporter Janice Harris is joining us live in the studio with these new details. So Janice, how did these shooters know where Jones was located?
Well,
Does that girl? I'm gonna say this again.
according to the Tampa Bay police and the chief of police there, they followed his steps and probably followed him on social media as well as he was celebrating his birthday in that city. Tampa police said 5 people in total plotted and planned to kill Charles Jones following every step he made while celebrating his birthday and posting on social media. Tonight, 3 of those people are in the Duval County Jail.
Now y'all see them 3 on the screen. The one in the middle, Isaiah Chance, was, if I'm not mistaken, he was the one. Him and this boy Sean Cartwright got right. They was all cool with 23. When 23 died, they wanted some get back. They got this girl Alicia to track Julio whereabouts and get invited to the party so they could know where the party was at. And they jumped into play like they was so slick and ran down there and took Julio's life. That's the best way I could put it. And then I'm gonna show you where the other 2 fellas, they come into play, because everybody played a part. So why Young and Ace name coming up in all this shit?
Police are still searching for 2 more. As Charles Jones, known as Julio in the music industry, was celebrating his birthday, he was being followed by 5 people. Tampa Police Chief Lee Burklaw explained.
A little more than a month ago, a group of individuals with the goal of premeditated murder traveled from Jacksonville to Tampa to commit a heinous crime in our city.
This is surveillance video of...
And you know what? I didn't even notice that he said the word heinous. Oh boy, when they say the word heinous, that means that somebody's gonna get life in prison, man. So that young light-skinned girl, I promise you, her family finna cry. Listen, shots go boom, boom, boom. Y'all gonna be crying, because she's finna go to prison for the rest of her life. They saying the crime was heinous. That means that she's finna get life in prison. Look at these fools.
Multiple gunmen ambushing and shooting Jones.
They are shooting at Charles now, and you can see that he's the passenger in that car that's moving and trying to flee. And again, they're still shooting at him. He's the right front passenger in that vehicle.
Using 3 weapons, Jones died shortly after the shooting. Tampa homicide detectives and JSO worked together to find the shooters. Investigators say the 5 took extreme measures to cover up their crimes, but failed. 21-year-old Elisa Andrews, 21-year-old Isaiah Chance, 18-year-old Sean.
And they used dumbass Sean to drive her down to Isaiah Chance, who already had them made his way down to Tampa with the other 2 brothers. Now, I want everybody to understand what's going, because I didn't really watch the whole trial, none of that. But Alicia and Isaiah paid Sean to bring Alicia down to Isaiah in Tampa, where Alicia had already got the whereabouts of the party, the after party, and everything through social media. And they never ever thought that this girl was trying to line up Julio Fulio for Isaiah, for Mr. Isaiah. And that's the best, easiest way I could put it so you could clearly understand what's going on. Like that ass shit crazy.
Gaithright, 30-year-old Rashad Murphy, and 27-year-old Davion Murphy are all accused of playing a.
Now, you see Rashad and Davion Murphy, they come into play because of the simple fact that their people was killed, and their auntie or whoever she was to them, she never really got over that shit. That lady doing bad. That lady missing her son. Let's get into the story of why those 2 brothers, the Murphy brothers, got involved. And it was all paid by Julio Fulio. By Young and Ace. They was all paid to kill Julio Fulio by Young and Ace, and make it make sense, because think about it. Everybody in the car died except for who? Except for who? Young and Ace. Now this young man right here, this is why the Murphy brothers got involved. Right here. This is the case that put the Murphy brothers involved, and why they were so adamant. And believe it or not, they was really 2 of the shooters. Isaiah was the first one that he almost hit on the sidewalk. I just would have ran him over. I don't see why he didn't just run him over. I would have took the L for that one. I would have ran him completely over. I would have ran his ass over. I would have died running you over. That's what would have happened that night. I would have fucking died running you over.
At one time,
listen,
he faced up to life in prison, but today, a 20-year-old Jacksonville man, Robert Howard, received a much shorter sentence for a deadly shooting 4 years ago following a Raines high school football game. At the time of the crime, Howard was 16. 19-year-old Joe Rod Adams died. 2 other teens were wounded. Adams' mother spoke with News4 Jax reporter Corley Peel, who's joining us.
Now, y'all get that, right? This boy was shot and killed at a football game.
More on the outcome of what started out as a murder case, Corley.
Tom, Robert Howard was initially arrested on a second-degree murder charge. That charge was upgraded to first-degree murder, but he has now been sentenced to manslaughter and aggravated battery because witnesses stopped cooperating. And I spoke with Joe Rod Adams' mother, who says that this outcome is disappointing.
This crime scene remains in Jamila Murphy's mind forever. It's where her son, Joe Rod Adams, was shot and killed after a Raines high school football game in 2018.
What have these past few years been like for you and your family?
It's been hell, emotional.
Now, Robert Howard is sentenced to manslaughter and aggravated battery in Adams' death. He was originally charged with second-degree and first-degree murder, but it was reduced after eyewitnesses recanted their statements. The state attorney's office says roughly 200 people were in the area of the shooting, but no one would come forward.
They won't go to the police and tell the police what happened, but then they talk to other people about it. I didn't get to speak my piece in court. That's the part that hurted me. Like, I really want to speak my piece. I want him to hear out my mouth, let him know what he took from me.
According to Howard's original arrest report, the incident was gang-related, and he was listed as a gang member. Over the years, Murphy says people posted these videos damaging her son's grave. She's also heard her son's death mocked by rappers in music videos. They refer to him as Spaz.
If you did have...
And understand, that's why the Murphy brothers got involved. They was pissing on their people's grave. market his name in songs. So they got involved.
The opportunity to speak during court, what would you say to him?
You took something from me that was so precious, and I didn't get to see him have children when he was still in school.
Despite the outcome, Murphy is working to erase the crime scene from her memory.
And notice, the mother last name is Murphy too, right? Okay. So that was their nephew.
Adam's mother is now hoping that she can move forward so she can finally have peace. Howard was sentenced to 5 years in prison, but he does get credit for the time he's already served, which is 3.5 years. So he'll be out of prison by next year, and he does have 10 years probation. Reporting.
So think about this. The guy who killed him, he home by now. Chilling and big backing. They in jail now. But the boy who killed their people who they tried to get revenge for, and why get Julio Fulio? Why not get the guy who allegedly did the shooting?
His death, and they're all facing 1 count of murder in the first degree and 1 count of conspiracy.
Surveillance video was critical in this investigation, as suspects were seen on video following Jones from location to location. This shows the lengths that these individuals were willing to go through and achieve that this murder would occur.
4:15 a.m., Jones is headed to a hotel on McKinley Road in Tampa. One suspect's vehicle follows Jones to the hotel, but stayed parked across the street.
At 4:38, 3 shooters exit a vehicle and walked in the direction of the hotel. They murdered Jones with a handgun and 2 rifles.
3 others were hurt.
Which was the 2 Murphy brothers and Isaac. And now, his baby mother, his girlfriend, just received a guilty verdict. So now, next thing you know, she's finna get life in prison. This young fucking girl, life is over. Trying to play get back.
Jones and others in the car attempt to flee from the gunfire as the shots continue. Police say the gunmen were Gaithright and the 2 Murphy men. The 3 arrested are affiliated with 2 rival groups of Jones.
So I'm sorry, they said it was Jones. I don't know where Isaiah comes in at, but so Gaithright must be her boyfriend, because I thought that Gaithright was the boyfriend. So however it goes, whichever one is the middleman, but they paid one of them to bring them down there to motherfucking Tampa. And Gaithright, Murphy, Rashad Murphy, and Devon Murphy. Now y'all see why they got involved, right? Because of the football player incident. And they always down with ATK.
Police say they worked together to carry out the murder. Jacksonville Sheriff T.K. Waters has a message for those that choose to glorify violence.
No, he finished. Flip his ass and smoke his ass. We stand on business. All my niggas get at me, jump the car. We all in trap. Spin the block. We bitch shit. It's like we playing mad.
So, y'all you get where I'm going with this, right? Now, my deal is this here. Everybody played a part, and it all made sense and fitted in the puzzle. The other young boys, they was mad about 23. He kept dissing 23. The Murphy's brothers was mad about Gerard. Young and Ace was mad about Trayvon Bullock, which is his brother. And Gerard Glover. Grover, I'm sorry. Jacoby Grover. Rest in peace to this young man. These men ain't even have a chance. They didn't even have a chance to live their lives. My condolences goes out to all 3 of the families. But Young and Ace, it gotta stop, bro. And they gonna stop it. All these young men here, Roy Smith, Jacoby Grover, Trayvon Bullock, they killed every last one of them in the car. And then with Trayvon Bullock, Young and Ace jumped in front of him and took 8 bullets in his back to try to save his brother. And then had to turn around and listen to people say, we think you sacrificed your brother. No, you don't fucking take 8 bullets to sacrifice nobody. No, he was trying to sacrifice himself for his brother. That I believe. And then the boy that was going with Alicia, he was going through physical, mental problems over losing his friend, 23. And that would be Royal Smith, right here with the white. After he lost his friend, they minds weren't right. These little boys should be in some type of mental health thing. They need help. They need help. I understand they killed somebody and that can't happen, da-da-da. But y'all see what happened to the other one. He was a gang member, this, that. He killed Murphy. But ask yourself, why would the Murphy brothers hook up with 23's killer and Young and Ace shooters to take out Julio if Julio ain't had nothing to do with what happened to Gerard? Shouts out to the Murphy family. I know some Murphys out there in Tampa too, and Jacksonville. Shouts out to the Murphys, you know what I'm saying? Like, the two brothers done lost their lives, man. They done lost their freedoms. Both of them done lost their freedom, fucking around, trying to get some get back. And here's what the sheriff had to say, because they all know that Young and Ace do play a part in everything that's going on. Money was put up. We know who got the money to put up like
Florida,
that.
Tampa, JSO, Jacksonville, Miami, wherever you are, will not tolerate foolishness.
No.
Will not tolerate shootings and needless violence. We not make excuses for poor decisions.
Chief Burkhaw says the investigation is not over, as police and the U.S. Marshals are still looking for the two Murphy men.
State Attorney Susie Lopez works in Hillsborough County, and her office will prosecute this case. Lopez acknowledged that this violence, it is disruptive and has gone on between at least two groups for years. But she said the fight stops here. Coming up at 6, we will hear more from the state attorney.
The fight stops here. I would hope so. But so far, Young and Ace is still out here making songs, disrespecting the dead, laughing at the people that he done took out the game and stuff like that. But I'm sure somewhere, a prosecutor is looking and trying to unravel all this and make sense. Because if everybody played part and it made sense, what sense do it make why they did it? Who put up the money for all those families to get together that had something to do with either somebody that was in the car or somebody that was involved with allegedly hurting somebody in the car, which was Julio Fulio. He did a song with all them up there, 23, Young and Ace brother, and Grover. He was disrespecting them, pouring liquor and everything on the. He bust first off. He bust their moral. They tombstone had their pictures or whatever in there. They had a mural for them. He bust out the picture, put it on the ground, laid on it, took pictures, shot a music video, laughed about it, and said, "You kept dissing on me. Now we smoking 23. Now they're smoking Julio. The cipher is not gonna stop. You do dirt, you will get dirt. Go to church, change our lives, show y'all children that the life you live was bullshit. And you just want them to live a better life. Don't make it where your kids ain't even safe, man. Because some of these dudes, if they got children, man, they better not even let nobody know they got kids, or somebody going to be trying to line their kids up. Believe that. Thank you to everybody who rock with the channel. Thank you to my moderators. Thank you to my subscribers. Make sure everybody smash the like button. Smash that bitch. Ping it for me. Thank you to everybody, man. Much love to everybody. If you're a moderator, thank you so much. Salute. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much. If you're a hater, suck on something. I ain't got nothing for you. So go find it. It's your boy Costa Don. Gone.